Hi, everybody. Welcome. My
Hi.
name is Terry, and this is my dear friend Annie Bear, and we're
Hello.
streaming to both shows. So,
Yes.
hi, everybody coming in. Um, and we were just talking about so much stuff backstage. I always
Oh,
feel like we should
I
record,
love talking with Terry.
right? We should always record what's going on backstage. But
Hello.
Liz, hello. Sarah, hello, beautiful. She's driving
Hi.
in her car. Barbara
Oh, hey, Sarah.
B. Good
Yes.
morning. Yeah, good morning to
Awesome.
everybody coming in. So today we're going to talk about whatever we talk about. It's usually very earthy, and because we're both very earthy.
Yes,
But
we are.
you've you're doing some interesting things right now with stones and crystals
Yes.
and frequencies we were talking about too. And consequently, as our energy and our frequencies change, the things that I think we attract to us and the things that we're drawn to. I guess that's the same thing, isn't it?
Absolutely. No,
Yeah.
that's well said. That's well said. Where people are still coming in. Hi, M. Wells. Hi, Marby.
Hi,
Sarah's finally out of her car.
Marby.
Sarah was freezing this morning during the meditation. She had to sit in her car for over an hour while
Oh,
some work was done in her
honey.
apartment, and it was like 2 degrees.
Oh
So I'm
my
glad she's out of her car.
God, honey. Oh, she
Oh,
said
she's
we are just inside. Oh, I'm so glad.
thawing out. So
Yeah.
glad.
Yeah.
Meeting
That's
Betsy.
crazy.
Hi.
Just crazy. Hi, Betsy Palmer. Aloha.
Hi. Aloha.
Um, yeah,
We were
there's
talking about frequencies. I was telling Terry how I've been doing a lot of shadow work in my dreams. And I asked, since my mother passed, I asked, could I please have an angel to help me with shadow work in my dreams? So, what I do in the mornings now is before I open up my phone or my computer or anything, I make my cup of tea. Sometimes I don't even do that. I just start writing what I dreamed, where I was at, what happened. And then I've been going, I either have a really good book, a dream book, um, or I go to Google and I ask Google AI to help me interpret it. And it's so
yeah.
helpful. And so the shifts that I'm going through, it's just like daily, so much healing, so much cleaning my inner house, my inner mind, the inner thoughts that we have, that my perspective is changing multidimensionally rapidly. And so things that I used to automatically think, I just don't. And all the bitterness and the self pity and all that fell away. And that has been happening over the last year. And it's really incredible. I feel like I'm getting to know myself without judgment for the first time in my life. And at the same time, I'm being so drawn to various stones. Now, when I was young, I like sparkly things. But now I'm wanting stones like kyanite.
Oh,
This
so
is
pretty.
green kyanite. Now, kyanite helps clear and clean and keep things charged. The stones around it, the area around it, which is really important to me as I go through this healing. And this is rose quartz. This
One of
is
my
actually
favorites.
called blue rose quartz. And then I have an orchid agate that is by my bed. And those three have been helping me. I also have been really leaning into this is called Dalmatian jasper. And this helps
Wow.
you. And what blows my mind is I get it, right, Terry? And it fits my hand like it was made for it. Do you ever
Can
get
you send me
stones
one
where
of
it's
those?
like, yes, I did. I sent
Yeah.
you some for Christmas.
I've got it right
It,
here somewhere in front of me.
yes.
Oh, I see it.
Now, Dalmatian will help you, especially in times when we're being invited to be fearful. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I knew I had it right here.
This will help you. Almost anyone who holds Dalmatian Jasper starts laughing or giggling. It's like your inner child starts, hello.
You
you
have
know?
me.
And we so need that right now in order to envision where we want to go.
Wow. I love
What's
that.
what's everyone saying?
Well, Mary's saying, me, I go to the Mystic store and look at different stones. and touch different stones and
Yeah.
crystals to see what's drawing me. Then when I get home, I look it up, and every time
Yes.
it's exactly what I'm working on. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I had that orca agate, and only just recently did I look it up, and I found out that the combination I'm using and orca agate is specifically a brilliant stone for the exact thing I'm doing. So I hear you. Oh, yay,
Yeah.
Barbara, you're going to love it.
Yeah. Richie's
Hi,
here.
Richie.
Richie and Katie and Paul Freed
Hi.
is shoveling 9 to 12
Oh,
inches of snow and having hot
yes.
chocolate.
He was shoveling this morning. Oh my
Oh,
goodness, he's
honey.
getting a workout.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Hi,
That's cray
Christy.
cray. That's cray cray. We got 6 inches.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And
Oh.
I think it would have been closer to 8, but we lost about an inch in the sunshine yesterday. So
Oh, okay. Did
anyway,
it freeze over and give you that nice icy crust?
I don't know. I haven't been out yet. I think it was 2
Okay.
degrees this morning, and
Oh
it felt like
goodness.
-12 or something. So
Oh goodness.
yeah, I'm not
I
I'm not spending any time out there.
we got hard frost, but you know how I say my prayers outside? I took a picture this morning of my footprints in the melted frost
Oh,
because it's a really good thing to go say your morning prayers when it's
yeah,
it's really grounding and it wakes you up.
yeah. And it does, doesn't it? Oh, no, none on the coast of North Carolina, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
which was supposed to get so much. Oh,
Oh,
Katie got
Katie.
8 in Southwest Missouri. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The Southwest area really gets hit a lot, and Arkansas. It's like a band there that's kind of funny.
Oh,
Yeah, gets a lot of action, which is interesting because there's so many crystals down there too.
that's
Um,
true.
yeah, it's like it draws energy in, draws the weather in. I was down there once driving through there, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of, and this is going to sound weird, but the same energy as British Columbia, where we're going, to
Oh,
Vancouver area, Squamish. And
yeah.
it's kind of like it has that elemental flavor to it.
Oh,
That it's
good.
a very
Well,
interesting look.
I had a reading this weekend with readings by Donna Marie. Everyone, please be sure and subscribe to her. It's all one word, and she's phenomenal. And she's Canadian. She's up in Canada. It's really easy to schedule a reading with her, and it's really reasonable. So if you have been wanting to treat yourself, I completely suggest, highly recommend her. But one of the things I was wanting to share today is I was doing some research. Oh, yesterday I was telling Teri I figured out how to make images with AI. I'm so excited. And I figured out how to use it. And so I shared an image that I was hoping Teri could share.
Oh yeah.
Well, I kind of read off some of the research that I did. There we are. The grandmother with eagle and hawk and bear and deer and hummingbird and crystals and stones and feathers and a dog named Rosie.
I knew that was Rosie the minute I saw that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's Rosie.
Well, right now, like she does so many times when we're doing shows, she's asleep on my bed. She will wait at the door and like, "Hello, I need to come in and be with you while you're doing your show."
Yeah.
So that one of my lifetime questions that I'm trying to be clever this walk and figure this out, people, is um the cosmology that we are a part of. And the world is waking up on a lot of levels, multidimensionally, and it looks different. And to wake certain parts up to create change, it needs to look and be and act exactly the way it is right now. Just don't feed fear. Choose love over fear every time. Because what looks like from where we are standing is different than it is for the people in it. Because the people in it at this moment, some are learning, some are teaching. This is creating the great big change that we agreed to be here for. We agreed as a soul group to be here, to do these actions, to live through this time and create this big change. And the stars that we reach for and the ones that we pray to and the higher that we reach, all of these things are within us. I really believe this. So the inner cosmology and the outer cosmology are aligning to become one. Because when we bring our awareness to that, even if it's just in the form of curiosity, that helps us align these cosmologies, the inner with the outer. And it becomes one in our high heart, in our soul. Because every time we breathe in Creator. And when we breathe in Creator through these bodies that Mother has gifted us, we change the resonance of ourselves and all around us. So I think, a lot of the healing and the shadow work that I've been doing, I've been so attracted to kyanite, for instance, for entertainment purposes only. But I've been really attracted to kyanite and to various stones. And I was talking with Teri and I'm like, these all have a frequency that comes from Star Nation. All of these stones have a frequency from a star nation. Everything on earth, the plants, the trees, the people, all have star lineages and star frequencies.
Yeah, we're literally made of stardust.
We literally are
Yeah.
of stardust and earth dust. So as we wake up, Mother wakes up. As Mother wakes up, we wake up because we're going on this journey with her. And it's bringing, I think, that outer cosmology and the inner cosmology to align with each other. So we remember more of who we are. So when we say, like, be your authentic self, that's why.
Yeah.
Because that's where your clues are is in your questions and the things you're working through and the things you're working on. Those are the clues. Does anyone else feel like this too?
Yeah. Everybody's talking about the crystals that they're buying and the stones that they're buying.
Yeah. What they're being drawn to. That's incredible.
Yeah. And Barbara B had a reading with Tom.
Oh, that's right.
To Transcend. Loved it.
Yes.
And Mary says, that looks like a picture I made for myself to represent myself.
Oh, I love that, M. Wells. I love that. I had so much fun creating that with AI. I was so excited that I made 4 images. I was just on a roll. But as these as our point of view changes, make note of the little changes. Like, only recently did I realize that I love listening to Sterling and I get sleepy every time because my clairaudience and my clairvoyance are leaning into the experience. So I'm feeling, oh, this is what clairaudience feels, because we use it all the time. We just forget to notice it. So I'm like, oh, that's clairvoyance and clairaudience. Oh, okay. And sometimes claircognizance, when you just know something. We mothers especially know this. Like, oh, that's what that feels like, so that I'll recognize it.
Yeah.
When it comes in now. Good morning, Diana.
Hello, beautiful. So I feel like I want to just make a couple of points here. Number one, I love what you're saying about breathing into your heart space, because I do believe that when we're aware of what we're breathing in and intentional with it, like whether it's rose quartz or a frequency of a color or a frequency of a sound or an intention, even more so, or the stardust. When we breathe that into our heart space, and especially our high heart space, and then on the exhale, I always see us acclimating that into every cell in our body, but not just our body, but our frequency, our auric field, and our light body. And it's so expansive because it goes in on so many different levels. And then when you were talking about falling asleep with Sterling, it's all a download, isn't it? It doesn't matter sometimes if we hear every single word, because we get the download.
I have to listen to him twice. And one thing I have to say, if you ever do a show with Teri, whenever I'm on a show with you, Teri, There's so much activity up here. So much activity.
I feel the same way with you.
Yeah, so it's like part of me's here and part of me's like, yeah, you
Yeah.
know, listening, it makes it awareness expands. And I think that's what's happening to all of us. Our awareness is expanding. And it's why I think it's why I keep feeling like we must protect our energy like it's our job, because our shield says who we are. And it says, I choose love over fear.
Yeah.
What energies I allow into my sphere, I am guarded by those I am guided by.
Yeah.
So knowing, your medicines is calling upon them, even if you don't know their names, they know you, So calling upon them to help me protect my energy as I learn how to, it starts with a D, I can't think of the word.
Dharma.
Distinguish,
Oh,
yeah,
distinguish.
Dharma, yeah, that could be too, or distinguish what I need. Every day, that thing of saying, any energy that does not belong to me, go now. Because sometimes we accidentally pick things up. And
Mhm.
we don't need to spend a whole bunch of time staring at our belly buttons about that. We just say, go now,
Clean your lens out. Paul
don't
says
need
he
that.
always loves a candle. I love that, Paul. That energy of fire is
Yeah,
so
I like
profound.
candles.
Yeah, so profound.
I was on a walk yesterday and someone was giving away a free big giant candle with 3 wicks, a stand, a holder. And I brought it home and put it on our world altar and lit it. Hey, Debbie.
Hey, Debbie,
Yay.
good to see you, dear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yay.
yeah, we
Yeah.
were just talking about that, and I love that it had 3 wicks. So
Yes.
really
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so it's interesting how we're all called to walk a different walk, and there's going to be those of us that will feel to be involved in things in the physical, or more involved in things in the physical, like maybe going to meetings or things like that. And that's going to be your calling, and that's right where you're supposed to be, and there's no judgment. And there's going to be those of us also that are going to be called to shining our light in a different way, and sending love and compassion and grace to people, that beautiful pink light, right, of the rose quartz,
Yes.
and
Yes.
protection of the turquoise. So
Without judgment, just
yeah,
sending love. Because when we want to, I love that, Annie. Is this mine? I don't know what she's talking about. But Betsy, I don't know what she's saying. But M. Wells is talking about angel quartz and bloodstone are my most recent callings. I have to regularly remove others' energy and make sure I'm not given more than I should. Yes, I think we're all learning about our, yes, Jam, about our purpose. I am Medusa. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
But my point of view is changing rapidly as because my energy is expanding.
yeah,
And with that expansion, judgment falls away. When love replaces it, then we can, with a full heart, say it's a higher love than, I don't know how to say this. Mother loves all her children, so I don't know how she does it. That she sees us struggle, and she knows we're learning something, and she just holds that space that she's gonna figure it out. They're gonna figure it out. It's gonna
yeah.
be all right. We
Kind of,
will all get there.
yeah. I think some people call it love in action, where it's like
Okay.
um, just a witnessing awareness of love and compassion for people, wherever they're at, no matter what they're doing. And that's not an easy ball game on this planet in the 3D.
True story. Oh, I see what she said. When feeling intense. Yes,
Oh,
Betsy Palmer, I do that too. Is this mine or not? Yeah.
oh, love that.
Yes.
Going into curiosity. Yeah,
Yes.
totally changes the vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. And
it
asking
does.
yourself. And I think that's huge, because then we're not repressing fear. We're not repressing anger. We're watching it, and we're like, do I want to own this? Do I want to walk with this fear today? Do I want to walk with this um, indignation today? Or do I want to walk with um, love? Do I want to bring love to the situation, compassion? So
Yeah.
And you can do all of the above. And you can do it all within a millisecond, right?
Sometimes all those opportunities and choices are the only way we have to recognize that we've grown, that we've outgrown something,
Yeah.
because we realize we're not triggered by it the way we used to be. Now there might be compassion in its place going, um, is there, I'm having a lot of innerness coming forward and saying, okay, what message do you have for me, dear one? What aspect of myself needs to speak? What have you been carrying? And then release that into the high heart and welcome that part of yourself home. And that's how we heal, because the more inner work we do, the more we expand.
Yeah.
And that's how this alignment can occur, I think. What were you going to say?
Um, I was just going to say,
Yeah.
sometimes I look at that and I'm kind of linear because we're
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
3D. So
Yeah.
I'll look at that and I'll go to little Teri or past Teri, like
Yes.
Teri as a child. And
Yeah.
she held these things and she held these stories of maybe abuse or being a victim or different names that we call ourselves, right? We have all these titles that the ego, it makes it very easy to grow then, or to, as a child we're told, well, this mug is white and this shirt is brown, and things like that, or your wife, your mother, your husband, your you're employed, you're unemployed, all sorts of little labels that we have that we judge ourselves by, and that little person that we need to bring back into the fold. But then future Teri, I look at her a lot and have her come to me. And then I call in the 33 trillion. so so
Oh,
I
there
get
you go.
so then I get the
Yeah.
big room, and they really bring things into perspective because it's so much bigger than little Terry. And even though that was big for Terry, but that is just a small part of the universe. It's just a little tiny aspect that there's so much out there that you can have so much fun with and grow with. So
Yeah.
yeah, joy.
I'm I'm finding more curiosity, and leaning into nature is helping me enormously. That's where
Yeah,
I shine. That's where I'm happiest. Um, I appreciate having a warm home and all that. Don't mind that,
yeah,
But that connection, those connections are enduring. I think that's another reason people change and situations change and we grow. I think I'm leaning into things that change slowly,
yeah.
like rocks,
Like rocks.
like rocks that can
Yeah,
help me, can help me align with
I
the
love that.
answers I'm seeking. And it's curiosity is the key to that, and remembering that we're part of a much, much bigger story. Because as I was doing research for this show, I looked at, let me refer to my notes. I looked at Navajo and Zuni and Muskogee and Hopi, and all of these stories have stories of us, of the peoples coming out of Earth, multidimensional space, coming up out of the Earth into this realm. So that tells me there's a living story, a multi layered living story that we are a part of.
Yeah,
And we've all accepted that we've had many walks, some more than others, but walks. We've known each other in different locations and different spaces. And then I remember that we don't end. We are spiritual beings of light. We're powerful, and we're having a physical experience right now, but we don't end. So after this walk, I will see you again. I will find you again, because we're a soul group. It's what we do. We go into spaces and we light them up. And we don't just light them up, we anchor that light. And that wakes up the earth and the world and the realms that all is held in. And we do this as a group, each of us playing our part perfectly. exactly in the right place, exactly at the right time. Nobody's waking up late. Nobody's in the wrong area. If you feel moved to move, you'll move.
Yeah.
But I keep reminding myself of that, because often I feel like I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. I should be doing what that person is doing, or I don't have the gifts that that person has. What's wrong with me? And I do a lot of crying about that. But every time I get brought back, I went through it the other day, and I stood out at my tree and I was crying because it wasn't like you, actually. And
Oh,
and a
Tori.
hummingbird came and buzzed my head, and they're
I
like,
am
you're supposed to be yourself. That's exactly who you're supposed to be.
100%. You are,
Yeah.
and it just,
So
it
we all
almost
go
makes me
through
cry
it.
that you'd say that. I also feel like you're in the right place where you live.
Yeah.
Like your energy is aligned there. And I'm
Yeah.
still looking. Like I love where I live, but I'm
Yeah,
looking.
not quite,
No,
not
I'm
quite
not quite.
perfect. Yeah.
I'm not quite there right
Yeah.
now, and
Ooh,
I
maybe
need
you'll
help.
we'll meet at the retreat, and you'll
Yeah,
want to move here. Yes.
yeah, I know. That's. I'm taking the kids up, and we're going to go looking. But
Yes.
it's kind of like you know, different things about different areas call us in, and maybe we're exactly where we're supposed to be to hold the
Mhm.
light
Mhm.
right where we are in on
Yes.
our corner or on our
Yeah. And
street.
wake up exactly where we are, even if we don't stay there forever,
Yeah,
because we affect the earth,
yeah.
the
I do.
world around us.
Yeah, I do feel like there's going to be a migration, and I don't know if
Mhm.
that's an energetic migration or a physical migration or both.
Mhm.
But how do you feel about that? Like you're in the right place. So I feel like you have joy and awe when you walk outside, right?
I belong here. I am
Yeah,
here. I'm
yeah.
home here. And but one thing like when I have traveled to like to North Carolina, when I saw the Pisgah
Oh, so
Mountains and the Blue
beautiful.
Ridge Mountains, I just started crying. And
Yeah,
I was driving there on a full moon, and I was just bawling because it was so beautiful. And I felt like I was coming to meet the grandmothers of that area, and I felt like grandmothers were welcoming me to the area. But and then when we went to Hawaii, and I saw turtles playing in the water in the waves, and I found a hummingbird nest twice, when each time I've
wow,
been there. And I felt like grandmothers visiting the grandmothers, because the plants we have here and buy at stores and buy at big box stores, the grandmothers of those plants live in Kauai, and they're
right?
humongous. They're big as trees.
Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah.
oh my goodness, I didn't
Orchids
realize
and
our little
trees and
babies. Yeah.
yeah,
So
so
what's
beautiful.
interesting is, imagine when we go traveling to the stars. Imagine what it's going to feel like when we're like, I am Earth. Wherever I go, I am Earth. And I was there when the big change came about. I was there with my soul family. Imagine what that's going to feel like when we start visiting in the stars. You know,
100%.
that's going to be
100%.
incredible.
Yeah,
So it's the silly it's okay that that part cried and that part felt that way, because I had healing to do. I had healing to do, but I needed to release that and hear her and feel those feelings, and then come back around. Thank you. You're right. You're right.
well, we can all go
Because
home now because Richie has put it all
yep.
just in one
Thank you,
sentence,
Reggie. It's done.
right? Yeah,
But
Annie, if you become Terry, you deny us you, and you are amazing for different reasons than Terry.
and
I love
Terry's
that, honey.
greatness. Terry's
Oh,
greatness.
I love
It's,
that.
isn't it wonderful how we spark each other's growth, though? We
Yeah,
support and spark each other's growth, and we ask questions, and, it helps. We all help each other, all of us.
yeah. Hey, Teresa Ford.
Hey,
Yeah. So,
Teresa.
when you're talking about that too, I'm getting, you know, going in and out of the earth. I'm seeing so much of grandmother spider,
Mm,
not just in inner earth, but also in the stars and the web that the strands that they weave. that bring us into inner earth and connect us, and then connect us to the stars as well, the light grid, and
Yeah.
then the multiverse. It's like, it's never ending, isn't it?
It's incredible. That's true. I think like I'm wanting to go into my inner universe. That's what that photo was about, finding that inner universe so that every little bit gets triggered, gets light, gets resonated, every little bit of that inner universe, because I came here for a reason and I want to
Mm.
fulfill that purpose, that dharma, with all my heart. I want to fulfill all of it for my ancestors, because it's always not just for ourselves. We all have ancestors. We all represent, we're all here with 7 generations behind us and ahead of us. So everything we do affects in both directions. So I think all of us feel that feeling of that love in our hearts. Um,
You know, I just want to, I think Millie was talking about that, or hypnicity, when somebody was talking about that the National Guard is handing out donuts and coffee to protesters today. And I do see this, exactly what this aspect of the Earth Mother and the aspect of Annie here that she's given us to look at, and that big heart that she's wearing. This is what I see coming in, is that there's that love and peace movement, and it's so heartfelt that's coming in, and all these calamities are what brings it, and
till we stand together. I think their soul will stand together.
100%,
Yeah,
so that
and
we
say
stand together.
everyone, yeah, so we can stand as human beings
Yeah,
in
no
this,
separation.
yeah,
Um, yeah,
equality for all and love for all,
right,
and no
right.
one's illegal.
Yeah, no one's illegal, no one's
Yeah,
above anybody,
yeah.
nobody. And I don't want to judge people by saying nobody deserves to have that much more than everybody else, but there'll be fine tuning, I think, coming in, that there won't be the disparities that there are now of the haves and the have-nots, because that's just duality, right? And as we move into non-duality, it's like, it's kind of about manifesting.
That's what
And
I was just thinking. It's about manifesting.
yeah,
If it comes from love or does it come from greed? Because greed's on its way out. We're starving it.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
It's
I
that don't
love
feed the
that.
fear,
Starving
because
it.
fear has a lot of faces.
Yeah.
But if it isn't love, no, thank you.
Yeah.
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 Easier said than done, but I think we're all doing it in our little ways, like giving up. Just start on a personal basis. Not start on a personal, like for me, it was giving up alcohol, and it's been over a year, and I had been watering it down for years, so I wasn't like, getting in trouble or doing bad things, but it was
Yeah.
just a quiet habit that I had. I wasn't harming, doing bad things, but letting that go. I had asked Spirit, I was outside and I asked Spirit, how can I be more of service? And they said, I heard very clearly, that's really rare for me to hear it in a voice, but I heard very clearly, stop drinking. So I poured it out and I stopped. And my husband helped me through that, it's been over a year now. And over that period, now I eat a lot of popcorn and I really like healthy choice ice cream bars. but, but I'm still doing like walking 2-3 miles a day and eating healthy food, and it's all good. It's all good. But the fact that the self-pity and the bitterness, because I could hold a grudge like nobody's business, man. I was damn good at it, you know, and it just was useless to me. And the self-pity fell away, and then a lot of the judgments fell away, and a lot of the parts of me that wanted healing could finally receive that healing, because the alcohol physically and biologically stops a renewal of the body's processes that it normally goes through each night. So doing
Wow.
that every day was stopping that natural, because the body is designed to heal itself. Now, if you're learning a lesson, it's going to take longer.
Yeah.
I kind of like look for the lesson in things. Like when things kind of piss me off, I think, okay, what's the lesson here? What is the lesson here? There's a teaching here. Is it for me? Is it for someone else? How can I support this? Whatever the come from a loving place to look at it. And when for me, when I stopped drinking alcohol, I could look toward, I couldn't see that before, but I can now. I can at least have the curiosity to ask that question in my personal life and on a national level. It's very tempting when you see bad things happening in the world to think, well, I'm going to be really angry and show my love for the world by being really angry.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It really doesn't freaking work. If that
worry.
worked, I'm a Native American. I'm telling you, if that would have worked, we'd be healed by now. Because we've been occupied for 249 years. So I promise you that would have healed it by now. So finding a different way to look at it, it really makes all of the difference. So then, like, okay, what am I here for? Okay, what do I want to do? I can help in little ways. I can make a deck of cards. I could paint some pictures. I could tell some stories for children. Just little things. I can give readings, or I can do meditation and try to be encouraging. Be authentic, be honest, be humble.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of things that we really need that are sorely lacking.
Yeah. A soft and safe space filled with light and strength. Those inner earth rocks have so much strength and power to them. And
down to earth, because some things are timeless. Mothers love their children. Some things are timeless, some better than others. But
right? Yeah, definitely. Hey, we all make mistakes. That's my daughter once said, Mom, I wish you would have been like this when I was little. And I said, oh, honey, I do too.
Well, yeah.
It'd been a lot easier.
Oh, no kidding. I was such a fierce and ferocious mother.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Oh,
I was,
yeah.
because I didn't know what I was doing and I was afraid.
Yeah. Isn't it a Janet Jackson song, Control? Like, bam, put your finger on it and make sure that everything's just fine with everybody at all moments of the day. And I was really good at thinking I was in control for the good of others, is what I thought, right? But still, it's still control. So it's still,
well, I don't know. Sometimes it's misunderstood. In that reading with Donna that I had yesterday, she made a really good point. She's like, there's been times when you saw the solution or a better way to do something, and other people saw that as being really bossy. But sometimes they came around to the idea, oh yeah, that actually was a better way to do it. So now, like, choosing, what do I want to, how involved do I want to be? Do I need to add my voice to every single situation? Does my opinion need to be heard about every frickin' thing? Probably not.
well,
do I want to be that invested in everybody else's business?
right.
Not really.
Right, exactly. And there's something to be said for being clear spoken, and you're really good at that, about speaking up. You really are, Annie. And speaking up and saying, well, this is what I'm seeing. And so that's not an easy thing on this planet, to be clear spoken and
as long as it's kind, and honors others' journeys, because a lot of times I don't need to say anything.
Well, and it's interesting that this comes about in such a beautiful way while you're being very clear spoken with yourself. I always look at the throat chakra and also see the back of the throat chakra and the story that we tell ourselves and how we label ourselves, or how we tell ourselves this or that, or you're not enough, or why did you say that? Or why aren't you this? And that's a comparison, isn't it? That's a judgment.
Oh, I hope I outgrow this because it's a lifelong thing. Oh my God. The same old song and dance, not enough. What a surprise.
Right?
Because
Mhm.
my addict self, I used to call it my addict self. And I would jokingly for like a decade, I say to my husband, oh, my addict self says we need wine today. We better go get some. Or I quit smoking like almost 8 years ago. But
Wow.
but it's like my addict used to, oh, I'm low on cigarettes. We better go buy some.
Yeah.
Addict self, addict self. So when I gave
Yeah.
up alcohol, I gave up coffee too. So, and I gave up any recreational thing that's legal in my state. I stopped doing that because well, okay, this is my personality. Okay, I
Yeah.
understand that. So if I do that thing, I'm going to want to do the other thing. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to stop all that. But that's how I have to be with myself. But my addict self is always like, well, I don't know, something really bad happened today. Don't you think we should just, drink? Well, no, but I'm not doing that anymore. Well, what about when you're 98? Will you maybe then? Well, perhaps we'll talk about it then. That kind of thing. But so now that the addict self is like, I've learned how to, I love you. You addict self, you want to be numb. You don't want to feel things.
Yeah.
You want to hide away. But I can't be my authentic self and hide away. So,
Yeah.
and I choose to be my authentic self. So, this I'm less than thing, what's behind that? I think we were powerful. And I think we learned some amazing lessons about misusing our power or power was, or we witnessed it being misused.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I think that's what's behind this less than thinking, because I'm really sick of going through this. But it keeps coming around. And I'm like, so many of us have it. So I'm like, is it, we like to say, well, it must be the female thing. It must be because we're female
No,
and that, but this is bigger than that.
it's much
So I'm
bigger than
like,
that.
we're very, very powerful.
Yeah.
And
Well,
when we align our inner selves to our outer selves, we will create change on a galactic level.
yeah.
That's why so many ships are around this planet at this time, because they are going to watch us come into this awareness, to stay in that, to be able to stay in witnessing awareness and come from a compassionate heart. We know, because like, what do they say? What do they say? Power with knowledge is wisdom, and an action with wisdom is love.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Like
Yeah.
that, like that. So I think that must be why this comes around. So if we just say, yes, but I'm not playing that today, we might have to cry buckets, but we'll get through this. We'll get through this till we learn
Yeah.
to trust ourselves. I will be authentically myself, and I won't abuse me or someone else. I don't need to be better by you being less. I am better when you're better too.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
you know,
it feels like the difference between comparing, which
yeah,
comparison, that's judgment, right?
yeah,
And invitation. Like
yeah,
when we invite our differences, when we invite our
yeah.
gifts,
Celebrate them even. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, and you look at somebody with an invitation. Oh, let me feel your energy. I mean, not
yeah.
weird, right? Not
Right. Like us liking to be around each other, like
yeah,
all
but
the sparks that happen. Like, I want Teri to shine as bright as she possibly can
yeah,
and bask in the glow of that shine, because it sparks me too.
right, exactly.
Right, right.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
sisterhood rather than, I'm just so over the competing thing. I'm just blah, you know?
yeah. The labels have changed completely, and until
Oh,
there are no labels. But
yeah,
in the 3D, you know, the invitation to be our frequency and the invitation to be our fly our freak flags.
yeah.
So
Just be
um,
authentic.
yeah, be so
Yeah,
authentic. And it starts
yeah,
with all the little things, right? Like walking into the store and saying hello to somebody and how is your day today? Have you been busy? How are you doing? And just opening up and saying thank you to people, and just those little things, we don't realize what a difference that makes in somebody's life. Or buying a coffee for somebody behind you.
Well,
It's
I had an opportunity last week I was frustrated because I was a little nervous because I had to call insurance, which always like, oh, a little
yeah,
stressful.
right.
So I did the 3 breaths that Linda G had mentioned that
Yeah,
I don't know what it was about. I mean, we've all done the 3 breaths, but it was just something the way she said it.
yeah, it was
So
amazing.
I stopped and did 3 breaths and I made the call. And then every time there was something frustrating that might be frictionless, I started like, well, how's your day going? How are you doing? I said to the person helping me instead of it being combative.
Yeah,
And I meant it. I really hope you're having a good day. So let's get to the bottom of this. So let's call this place together, you and me. You call them and let's figure it out.
right.
So I kept 3 breaths. Every time that it got a little tense, I did the 3 breaths, and it turned out we didn't owe anything. It was a
Wow.
clerical error. And just doing those 3 breaths changed the situation. It changed my frequency and bringing spirit into whatever it is, into the things that are really stressful right now because we're all getting our buttons pushed.
Oh, big time.
We are all getting our buttons pushed, and the energy is finding whatever your weird button is, it's going to get pushed.
Right?
Hi, everyone talking.
Yeah.
Kelly's here.
Everybody coming in.
Woo!
Kelly's here. Paul, Nellie,
Yay. It
Barbara,
does.
Oxford Chat.
Oxford.
Yeah, Ashraf.
Ashraf.
Hello.
Yay.
Frequency activated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It changes the dynamic, and because it changes, hi Judith. That's what I mean about my perspective is changing rapidly. And it's in those moments. Every time you feel a little bit challenged, say, I choose love over fear.
Hmm.
I choose love over fear. And then just be. And the next thing you need to say or do will come to you. Be honest, be humble, but just try that out because we are far more powerful than we have ever been led to believe.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your thoughts are powerful. They are. I think that's part of what scares us. So
I,
whenever we run into the less than, when I really run into the less than thinking, it's just before I get moved up like it's just before I grow. It happens just before I grow. It's almost like that final test. You ready? Do you really mean it? When you said you wanted to be of service, did you mean it now?
yeah.
Like, yeah, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
yeah,
yeah. It's
yeah,
it's a big jump, isn't it? And it's
yeah.
interesting how everybody's doing it at a different time rate, but but
That's
but it's
true.
just the right time for them.
No, no, go
Like
back to
the
that.
ocean,
Those
right?
timeline thing. I think that a lot of what we're having is timelines are converging and some are falling away and there's some getting all tangled up. Yeah.
Slices
But
of timelines. It's
yeah,
like you might see yourself in the future. You might see people watching you and talking about um, what you're doing in your dreams, and I feel like that's us sometimes in a different realm, or
huh?
it could be others, guides, or others, galactic
Yeah.
councils
Yeah,
that
I
are
wonder
watching
that
what's
too.
happening.
If they're mirroring things to us because they can't intervene. If we want help, we need to ask out loud because they're
Yeah,
not allowed to interfere
yeah.
unless we ask because we are
So
sovereign here.
so important with that one too. Yeah, quantum entanglement, Deb.
There
Yeah,
you go.
I love that.
Wow, that's a plain Scrabble kind of word.
Uh-huh. Right.
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope Suzanne, oh, you've been in the Twilight Zone. It is much like the Twilight Zone right now. And with all this chaos, this is interesting. I feel like I'm not going to get too deep in this, but
Mhm.
today maybe. But I feel like with all the chaos on the planet, there is a lot of energy there. And if you don't harvest some of that energy um, in a way that's productive for your soul or for your heart, then it might happen in another way that's fear based, right? So it's like you right now, you're harvesting that energy by really getting into the stones, like
Yes.
and
Yes.
yeah, and other people here are doing other things like learning new modalities or just being a bright shiny light
Yeah.
wherever you live. Like that's the
Yeah.
perfect way to harvest that energy. But
Yeah.
but really to acknowledge this energy that is coming in is very, very special and it's huge right now. And in some ways there are things that are collapsing and some of that's going to be you know things in the government, whatever. I mean, it goes into the 3D, but also it's just a big poof of energy. So you can take that energy and you can turn it. And it is that quantum entanglement when you're pulling from here to get to here. So
I never thought of that. One
yeah.
of the things I do in my life is it's kind of like what I think my job is. I don't really know. But but I'm like to there are a lot of energies that would like to visit Earth. There always have been.
Yeah,
Earth
yeah.
has always been a gem and a magnet in that regard. On this in a dimensional level, she's been a magnet. But one of the things that I find most helpful is to say, I am sovereign here, and only those energies which are beneficial may enter this sphere.
I love that.
And that goes for Earth, that goes for each and every one of us. As we hold this energy, this new energy coming in, that's how we will be able to ride the waves, I think, is to say, I am sovereign here, and only those energies which are beneficial may enter here.
Will you
And
write that? You
that's
probably
how,
already have, but will you write that again and put that in a post on your channel that
sure.
I can
Okay.
put online and if
Okay.
anybody of you here that have a channel, post that because I think that's beautiful. You've always been really, really good about um, taking care of the circle, taking care of the tribe, like circling the meditation circle and with sage and whatnot
Yeah.
and burning
Yeah.
fires and really taking good care of everybody. And I really admire that.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
and
Earth
it's
is sacred. And this, us being here and you holding space the way you do, this is sacred. This is
mm,
sacred. And, like your channel, you've provided us all a way to connect and to focus our energies in an uplifting way that serves. It's a great service. It's being of great service to all of us.
oh, thank you,
Yeah.
honey. I,
Yeah,
I I
that's
love it. I can't tell you how much I get out of it. I really do. It's
yeah.
been huge for me.
Yeah.
Huge. I love it. It's like I found my dharma. That's what I love
Well,
to
I
do.
think you kind of outgrown one level, and it feels to me like you're on a beginning of a new level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. She's flying half the time she's flying.
She gone.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, remember the Hopi prophecy, Hypnicity says. Yeah, our family is a team built on love. I love that, Millie. Yeah. Yeah. The blue light coming in, the blue light beings are huge. We're going to have Nancy Rebecca. She'll be back on the channel, I think, in February.
Oh.
So that'll be interesting. Anyway, honey,
Mhm.
anything else we want to say to everybody while we're here?
Um, I don't know. I'm so happy that the time goes by so quickly.
I
It
know.
really does when we talk, it just flies.
We start talking and it's
Uh,
gone. It's gone. The time change
yeah.
has
Well,
happened.
it feels like we're talking on a lot of levels.
Yeah.
This feels multidimensional to me. So I think that's why I think that's why we're here, particularly. And anyone drawn here is here for that same reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
beautiful. Hi, Kim. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Please
yeah.
do all the YouTubey things.
Yeah.
We
Please,
appreciate it.
please like and subscribe, and subscribe to, there's so many people here with channels and spreading
Yay.
their light, and readers and chatters that are amazing. So,
Yeah.
love and light to you too,
Namaste.
Mary. All
Absolutely.
right, everybody. Well, everybody have a great week and try to go through with that love and light. And I know you guys all do here. So it's an honor to be here with everyone. And now, while I'm talking, I can see the birds behind you. Yeah.
Man, they're hitting the suet hard. I've been making suet so often. I've been
Yeah.
going through about almost 10 cakes of suet in like about a week.
Wow.
So we're going through a lot of suet.
They
So,
love
and
it.
it's funny, if that gets empty, they start banging it against the window like, hey, suet lady, come on, come on.
I love it. I love it.
Bye, bye, everyone.
All right,
Thank you so
everybody.
much.
So much love. Bye bye.
Hey.